Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a final video of a three-part video series on the process of making piano arrangements. I'm so excited to have Mallory with me again. And actually, we already talked about the whole process of making arrangements in the first video. In the second video, we covered the chords. And today we're going to dive into the fun part, fills and runs. And she's been working on her very first piano arrangement by herself with my help along the way. The song is Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid, and we're going to use it as an example today. Hi, Mallory. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm
Really
guessing you're
nervous now.
excited.
Yes, but now I'm gonna actually play things.
So, fills and runs, what can you say about it? It's definitely creative and fun.
Yes, it's pretty logical how they all fit in together. You just have to kind of grasp it first.
What was the biggest challenge when it comes to fills and runs?
I think it was really having a strong understanding of exactly what chord I am on and what chord I am going to, and the idea of the road to get there. The
Yes. So,
transition
what are the
between the two and making
possibilities?
that
Yeah.
smooth.
At first, it was more that I was suggesting different solutions, and you were kind of saying like, "Oh, I like this. I don't like it." Um, And now you're coming up with your own solutions, I have to say. So that's a great improvement. Let's just dive in and demonstrate a little bit these things that we are talking about. The perfect example is our measures 11 and 12. So,
Probably.
yes. So, what can you say about that part?
It started off in 11 and 12 super simple. And it was just pretty open. Everything. And that was pretty easy. It's also pretty boring and basic. And
Maybe you can connect it. No, maybe you can demonstrate a little bit more. Like, let's take it from bar number 9.
Okay.
Wouldn't you think I'm the girl?
Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove.
Okay.
And so it was very empty. It just had the basics of everywhere that we needed to kind of hit. After that, and when we were ready to level it up a little bit, you had suggested the bubbly crazy one. If you want to give that example.
Yeah.
I tried it.
Yeah,
I just
it was something like this, I think. Yeah. I was enthusiastic.
Indeed you were. And it sounds super cool, like little bubbles coming up from the bottom.
Yeah, in the sea.
Indeed.
Yeah.
In time, though, we ended up coming up with the final one. Well, you more came up with it, and I just really liked it. And so now it's, let's see. Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove.
Yeah, which is
so pretty.
Yeah, it's so pretty and it's more logical. Super simple, and then yeah, it's more logical. After something simple as that the 8 notes flow comes in.
Yes.
Rather than
It also at first was super tricky because there's the triplet and the trill after repeated eighth notes and then going back into that. And so metronome, it was fantastic.
That's something that you learned before we switched to this learning model, I have to say. That's something that came from classical pieces.
Indeed, yes. But it finally, once I really sat down and got it there, then everything clicked for
such
it.
A cool device, I know.
Metronomes.
One thing that we paid special attention to is we were trying to support the phrasing with the accompaniment and also like the character of the song. So here we have a great example, measure 17, 18, 19, and 20, where we have the end of the phrase. So we kind of created an accompaniment that is spread out starting from the low register going up into the higher register. Yeah, and the end is so tender and soft and reducing. We come to a complete halt. We even have fermata in there, and the chords are reducing to just a couple of notes. So we
It almost
incorporated so many,
disappears.
yeah, and that's so cool. So we incorporated so many elements in here. We're using passing notes, we're using broken chords, then connecting the chords here in a really nice way, and paying attention to chord texture. So where we reduce notes because the phrase is ending. So maybe you can demonstrate that a little bit.
So one cavern holds, looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
Yeah. That one is went through many different stages.
It did. And this stage is still being perfected in the fingertips.
Yeah, and maybe we're gonna keep perfecting it. Tell me more about it. Tell us more about it.
About this section in particular?
Yes, yes.
So when we are going up, we started off, this was like the first section that I started coming up with my own things overall. And initially, one cavern hold. Initially, I had gone up and come down, but then we had really talked about where kind of the phrase is going and where the drive is. And
yeah,
so
how to support it better, yeah.
Yeah, and so having it reach up like that is really then where that change happens. And so let's see. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think she's got everything. As we went through and broke it up with the like small jumps, I don't even know the adjective that I'm looking for here. It's just so nice, and it flows through your fingers really easily.
It's a natural flow.
Yeah.
It has that, yeah. It has that. It's has a character to it.
Yes.
And that's so important. Yes, but then I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I got who's it's and what's its galore. That one was went to many different stages.
That one went
as
through
you
so
developed. Yeah, as you
Yes.
developed inside of the whole process of making arrangements, that particular place also developed, and that's so incredible because we started with just having like
It started off even simpler than that. It started off.
I forgot. Yes, just chords. But then I wanted you to, like, in the beginning stages, I wanted you to do something simple that you grasp, and that was it. Just supporting it with the sixths,
Yes.
and it kind of, yeah, it did sound lovely. But there was the process of you growing and learning more, and you were not satisfied with it.
No, I think it's the only time I have actively gone to you and been like, I don't like these measures. Let's change this.
We have to change it.
Yeah, it was too boring and open, especially when there were so many cool things happening before and after it. It was not working for me.
And you were very decisive about it, which I liked it so much.
Let's see. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. Version 1. We added our sixth thing.
Okay.
I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Then and I still wasn't satisfied with that.
Yeah, and then you literally told me, like, I don't like the sixths.
I did not. So then we changed it a little bit further. So we changed it to I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Oh, plenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. And then I was liking that more, but it still was just clunky, especially when the rest was so just smooth and flowing. And so now what we ended up, I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. Which is the right numbers.
Yes. So it's in the process of making.
I'm at least now, whenever I'm practicing it, I don't just stop and go, this part.
Yes. So that's just a sign that you're evolving and that you're growing and learning. You started coming up with your own ideas, and you were very specific about one measure where you wanted to do an arpeggio in downwards direction.
Yes.
And that was such a beautiful moment because you told me like the lyrics, she's saying the word above, and I really want to do something vice versa, like to do the downwards arpeggio, which is always the aim. That's how we're supposed to think in that creative process, always to think what's the meaning of the song. So beautiful. Could you demonstrate it a little bit?
Yes. And I know we also in that spot had a little bit of back and forth because there's those two sections in the song where they both end up doing the same chord progression. But I was very set that I only wanted to do the down arpeggio one time and only here. So that was kind of fun.
I kind of insisted that you do it the first time, but you were stubborn enough.
No, wasn't having it. I have a cool other thing I'm doing there instead.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above, out of the sea. But I just love how you're singing and you're like growing up and up and up, and you're even speaking about above, but then all of the music just trails down low. I think it's so cool.
You're evolving so much through this arrangement as a musician, I would say. And I hope we're going to help with this some other students who are struggling with arrangements, because the process of making arrangements is so beautiful and thriving and creative and fun.
It really is.
Yes.
Especially when you get to the point where you don't feel as overwhelmed by all of it and can just have fun within the framework.
Yeah, that's where creativity starts.
Yeah.
Actually. Yes. So thank you, Mallory, for these 3 videos. You were such a lovely guest, and I hope I see you again.
Of course, I'll be here.
Okay, bye.
See ya.